And no bigger star than Justin Timberlake, who makes his debut at the American Century Championship. 5 yards, Mark Rolfing with this group.
Hey, good afternoon, Bob and Gary. Been a pretty good round thus far for Justin Timberlake after a shaky start, Gary. As you saw, he had about nearly a 2-hour practice session this morning and then went out and double bogeyed the opening hole.
Yeah, it looked like he was trying to burn off some nervous energy, didn't he, Mark? Playing here for the first time, and it's not an easy experience.
He's got a 165-yard shot here at 12. The difficulty today is the wind's coming off the lake, so it's from the left. Not a big breeze, maybe 5 to 10 miles an hour.
And distance control critical here at this par 3. The green is wide, but not very deep. And a very deep bunker that guards the front of the green.
Yeah, and that's not the worst spot. I think going long here is actually worse than short, Gary.
Whack.
Sit down.
This one is a little bit right, maybe a little long.
Alfonso Ribeiro playing with Justin Timberlake.
Two of them have played quite a bit of golf together, actually, Bob. This is a good-looking shot here, just left. Oh, but half a club short. That will stay on the side of the hill.
So the third member of this group is Green Bay Packers star quarterback Aaron Rodgers. Mark, how's he been playing today?
I would say not very well, actually. You know, he tries so hard. He wants so much to play well here, and it just doesn't seem.
As we go out to the 12th, Mark Rolfing with the Justin Timberlake group.
His ball actually ended up pretty much hole high here, Gary, so it's not as tough a shot as it might have been had it gone another couple of feet. I think he's going to be able to get a putter on it, but one of the problems using a putter here is that these aprons are very sticky. Not only are they fairly long in length, but the grass has a sticky feel to it.
And this should have a pretty good swing from right to left. And
Mark, speak up a little bit, Mark.
Ralphie's
Doing a little announcing for me here.
trying to get a little information from you, trying to hear what you're saying.
If this were a PGA Tour event, the guy would be chipping it, not trying to putt it through there.
What are you saying?
I know what I do for a living.
We know what he does for a living and does it quite well. 9-time Grammy Award winner, 4-time Emmy Award winner, minority owner of the Memphis Grizzlies and a sponsor of the Shriners Hospitals for Children Open on the PGA Tour from 2008 to 2012. Passionate about the game and great to have him here. He's saying Mark jinxed him.
And this is one of the difficulties of being here for the first time, Mark. All the players who play here talk about these greens at the Edgewood course as being not that easy to putt. And a lot of times it's figuring out the breaks, figuring out the speed. Some of the putts that are downhill may look the other way, may look like they're actually uphill. And this one should have a pretty good break from right to left.
It's going to have a huge break. He's going to have to give it a pretty good smack.
Well, all in all, that's pretty well done.
To 7. So he should be able to tap in for his. At that incredible goal at the 2014 Winter Olympics for Team USA. Justin Timberlake at 13, his second shot.
Yeah, up the hill here, hole location right in the front middle of the green. Oh, will it come out of that fringe? Very close there, Bob, to trickling back toward the hole.
Nice shot by Justin Timberlake. Tap in birdie for 3 points. Justin Timberlake just off the green at 13 has a birdie putt. Mark Rolfing with this group.
And this one is lightning fast. He's going to have to just barely brush this one. Get a beautiful second shot in here, though, as you saw.
10. We move to the 14th hole.
Justin Timberlake getting set to play his second shot at 14. Mark,
he was a little bit
shot at the green there.
Well, I wouldn't call it exactly clear. He's got to go a little bit under the tree in front of him. Hit some sort of a low draw.
That was great.
You saw the whole location there with kind of on the right side of the green, guarded by that deep bunker. So I'll go ahead and turn and get to the left of that.
Well, he hit the low draw, just didn't draw quite enough. That's going to be a tough one pitch over that bunker.
Will be very awkward. Not much green to work with, and has to land on the downslope to boot.
I mean, so I guess when you look at it from a strategy standpoint, if you're thinking that way, it's modified Stableford. So where he is right now, Timberlake, now if you say to yourself, I could just make a bogey, I don't lose any ground.
Exactly, and I think that's one of the things that more guys play.
Over at 14, this a moment ago, the fourth shot of Justin Timberlake.
So he did just what we said you wanted to avoid doing, so he's got to make that now to avoid dropping a shot, a point.
All right, so he tried to hit the Mickelson flop over the bunker, get it in tight, save par, and instead now he needs to make this to avoid not lose any ground.
Yeah. Well, calmly done, knocked it right in, so a good 5, but a lot of hard work.
Justin Timberlake enjoying his first spin here at the American Century Championship. Well, Justin Timberlake, a little tequila after saving bogey over at 14. He's got his own line of tequila out.
Make hole, guys. Make hole, guys.
So pretty cool stuff from Justin Timberlake.
Yeah, well, you know, some of the guys I play with at home use swing oil.
Yeah, out on the gondola, and tremendous views there as Justin Timberlake getting set to play his second at 15. Mark, what's he have left?
He's got a nice short little shot. Played a 3-wood off the tee. He's only got 125 to the hole.
Dangerous hole location here, Gary.
Yeah, it really is. You do not want to come up short and left.
Just baby that a little bit.
Just about a few paces, about 7 paces over the apex of the green. So if it gets going, it's going to get going pretty well.
To 15.
And Justin Timberlake is going to have his hands full with this, Mark, isn't he?
You are right about that, Jimmy. This is a really hard putt. I'm going to say it's all of 45, 50 feet. It's got 2 elevation changes. It's actually a little uphill at first and then downhill the second part of the putt. Overall, it'll break left. Anything within 4 feet is a good putt.
As we said, the hole location just a few paces over the apex. Yeah.
This is going to hit something.
Might hit the hole.
I was going to say, how about the hole? You can see, though, it's going to keep on trickling because anything past the hole is going to continue past the hole. Let's go over to Steve Sands. See a little bit of the Carlton. Maybe not. It's a 1 handicap at Lakeside. Same club that his friend Justin Timberlake belongs to. And Mark, I would imagine this is going to break to the right.
Yeah, and he's got to hit it firm, Jimmy. He has been working very hard on his game, though. Told me walking up this fairway that he had been on a 2-year tour. So now that that's over, golf has become a priority again.
Maybe a little too firm there. Wonder if he brought his over on the 16th tee now. No. Justin Timberlake and that tall pine that you see in front of him. It's 210 yards.
Well, I can tell you this, Jimmy. His 2 competitors, Ribeiro is in the tall pines to the right. Aaron Rodgers is in the tall pines to the left. So he's just going to try and split the difference.
And that bunker on the left is 245 yards to clear, 210 yards to get into it. The one on the right about 225 yards.
His good shots on the range were a little fade, and that is absolutely what you'd like to hit here.
This one is just right of the tree, maybe fading a little too much.
Yeah, it ticked a limb there. Fell into the rough on the right. And back here at Edgewood, 3rd shot for Justin Timberlake on the par 5. Sounded like pretty good contact, Gary.
Yeah, and he said be right. And it is.
Pretty good shot there from JT.
Well, so, working on her swing.
Yeah, her birthday this week. Of course, we're not going to tell you how old she is. That wouldn't be right. Justin Timberlake now for birdie here at 16. Mark, what do you see in this?
Well, it's down the hill a little bit, Jimmy, but is going away from the lake. May break just to his left.
How about that, Justin Timberlake, third birdie of the day. So 3 points for Timberlake gets him to 15. A little celebration dance, only a very little celebration dance from Timberlake. Very nice. Ahead to 18.
So I don't think Justin Timberlake is going to throw any footballs. He'll let Aaron do all that on the tee at 17. Justin Timberlake in his first American Century Championship. I love the way Aaron Rodgers has embraced the whole setting.
Oh, absolutely. I think all of the guys do. There's no question. And there are a lot of demands on their time this week by the fans, and they accommodate. They really do a great job.
That's a good-looking shot here by Timberlake. Right at it. Little big.
Yeah, right over the top of the flagstick. Talking to Justin on the range this morning, he said, "Be sure and tell everybody that I have the rhythm of Freddie Couples. That's my idol. I play a lot with Freddie, and we always talk about my rhythm and Freddie's rhythm being."
Okay, so did you see little Timberlake music coming off one of the boats before Alfonso played, but it doesn't matter. Do the Carlton with him that can actually do it.
Yes.
Well, I can imagine the Green Bay Packer management is not interested in having Aaron Rodgers try to do that one.
No, and I'm guessing Aaron won't try
I can't do the dance.
as we send it down to Steve Sands.
All right, thank you. We're with Justin Timberlake. Justin, we've been trying to get you to play in this for a long time. Here you are, first day. What's it like for you?
It's a blast. I mean, what an event. You know, they just, American Century does an amazing job with this thing.
So you perform in front of hundreds of thousands of people.
Sure.
You're all over the world. You're doing everything you can. But playing golf in front of people is what
Make me hit a golf ball in front of people. Yeah, I mean, but the crowds are so great and everybody's having so much fun. You get here and you get into the atmosphere and I feel like I'm at home. Right, I'm having a blast out here.
You got a little discount double check almost from Aaron. You get a little dance from Alfonso.
Like a half discount.
What's the vibe like for you?
We're having a ball. Yeah, well, Alfonso's a great friend of mine. We play together at Lakeside in LA from time to time, and I've known Aaron for a long time too. So, I mean, I don't want to, I don't want to go out on a limb, but probably the threesome of the day.
There's no question about that, especially with the crowds. Last thing, all the things you do in your life and your career. What was going on inside on the first tee today doing this for the first time in front of all these people?
I got to tell you, the first 2 or 3 Pro-Ams I ever played in, I was way more nervous, but I'm serious. The atmosphere they create here, you can't help but have a blast. And, here's the thing. Nobody cares how we play golf. That's, I know what I do for a living. So.
And you do it well. Thanks for having us.
All right, thank you. Have a good.
Thanks for being here.
Birthday wishes from Justin Timberlake. He's gonna fire some golf balls to fans, sign a few, soaking in all the fun and everything that is the American Century Championship. Turnout to follow Justin Timberlake, Alfonso Ribeiro, and Aaron Rodgers. Mark, it's got to be a lot of fun walking with this group.
Yeah, it's just been an absolute blast, and I can't believe the way these guys have entertained these fans. It's just been amazing.
Timberlake music in the background. Oh, yeah. It's perfect.
Tell you what's kind of interesting, Gary. They were giving me a hard time back there early in the show at 12 about being able to hear me talking. And I said, my heavens, there's, 10,000 people out here talking. And you guys play football in front of 60 and, sing and dance in front of 100, and you're worried about me talking? They've been watching too much golf on TV, I think.
Yeah, and the other thing, too, is as big a star as Aaron Rodgers is, it's just football. It's a sport. Justin Timberlake literally crosses all kinds of lines as far as his celebrity. So you say that's a megastar.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And it's wonderful to have him here.
He takes his golf seriously, too, guys, I'll tell you. As much as he's entertained everybody, he has been very serious about the golf.
Yep. Get a fan over here.
Considering all the hoopla, and this is his first one, the fact that he has 15 points, pretty darn good. Par is worth a point in the modified Stableford scoring, which we use. Molson. Greg Maddux back to 17. Par putt for Alfonso Ribeiro.
Boy, Gary, you were right about that second shot here. That was a pretty good shot to get it to here.
Made a long putt for a par back at 15. Can he do it again? Why?
Aaron Rodgers for birdie at 17. Mark, have they calmed down at all for the quarterback here?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, certainly more than they did for Timberlake.
Justin Timberlake has a par putt at 17. Par is worth a point.
It's been interesting watching Timberlake and Alfonso Ribeiro because, of course, you talked about them playing a lot of golf at home in L.A. at Lakeside. I think Justin's put a pretty big beat down on Alfonso today, and Alfonso's probably hoping they get paired together again because he's going to have trouble living this one down.
Well, he's got that part of the game down right. You see him blaming the caddy? Bad read there. Look at that. That thing went too far to the right. You got to give me the right line. So he's learning fast, Mark.
Yeah, he's got all the moves, as they say.
He's got 3 birdies on the scorecard today, does Justin Timberlake. Doesn't lose any ground. Bogey 0 points and a half-hearted. That's a bogey, Carlton.
Gary, is it my imagination, or does it seem like we've been on this hole for half an hour?
Well, that's probably fairly accurate, Mark. But you know what? They're giving the fans what they came to see.
Bogey putt for Justin Timberlake.
Okay.
Oh, and his own version of Carlton. And half the golf course will now tilt to 18 to follow Timberlake, Ribeiro, and Aaron Rodgers here at the participating in everything. Ray Allen 2-putted for his birdie and his 3 points. Now Justin Timberlake playing his 4th shot at 18. Little tree trouble, Mark.
Yeah, I had tree trouble over on the right-hand side. This is an awkward distance.
Pretty good sound to it, though.
Yeah, played it nicely.
Yeah, nice shot. Good technique there. Had the ball back in his stance, allowed him to catch the ball first.
Par is worth a point. A moment ago, Jeremy Roenick and his Justin Timberlake in his first American Century Championship for 1 point and a par at 18.
Hit a good putt. Just wonder about the read.
So tap in for bogey, 0 points.
Yeah, that's one of the tough things when you come here for the first time, Bob. There are a lot of factors: the lake, the mountains, slopes in the green. Hard to read some of these putts.
Over at the 9th, hit it pretty well on the range. You see Justin Timberlake, Aaron Rodgers, and Alfonso Ribeiro wrapping up their round. And what a tremendous day. Excitement with Justin Timberlake playing here at the American Century Championship for the first time. And there was a noticeable buzz, Gary, with that group and the way they had the fans totally enthralled.
No question about it. Did a great job of entertaining the people that came out here to watch them. By far the largest crowd I think I've ever seen here on a Friday. So more good things to come from that front.
Action from the 26th American Century. Justin Timberlake getting set to play.
And he has got the driver out, having just watched his fellow competitor Jerry Rice nearly drive it on the green. Rice blasted one. Wind is right behind the players today.
And the yardage at 315 yards. You have to remember these guys were playing at altitude at about 6,200 feet of elevation. So, the players figure the ball goes about 10% farther than normal. So that 315-yard hole, Mark, really playing more like about 275, 280.
He is a meticulous golfer, Gary. His, go-to shot's a little fade, but he's actually, I believe, going to try and hit a draw here, which is probably the only way he could get the ball up there.
Nice rhythm.
Yeah, that'll probably be all right over there.
And if you're going to miss at 11, that's where you have to go because there's a hazard, right? Water hazard all down the left-hand side.
While we have a moment, let's send it down to Charlie Reimer. Wardrobe malfunction, but Justin Timberlake, we saw him hit a shot over at the 11th. It's his first year playing in this event, and it has really sort of changed the tenor of the American Century Championship.
Well, it has, Bob. A lot of times when a golf course sits near a lake, you call it the lake effect. Well, we've got the Timberlake effect this year, no question about it. I mean, we saw the largest crowds I can ever remember here yesterday. The excitement level was up. The spectators came. They got just what they were looking for, entertainment from one of the world's true superstars.
But you also have guys that play serious golf, and there is something to be said. As we go out to the 11th, Mark Rolfing, Justin Timberlake, pretty good look here.
Well, that's got to slow down. Had to play a low punch shot underneath the tree and just overdid it a little bit.
And he needs to remember that. Sometimes confidence is a problem.
Justin Timberlake's third of the drivable par 4 11.
Well, this is well played. There's a ridge that cuts through the green, and Justin has used it very nicely. Worked the ball down into the low area where the hole's cut.
So he was thinking birdie's got a chance to save par and pick up a point at the 11th. He's got Justin Timberlake at the 11th. Trying to save his par, pick up a point.
He is a meticulous golfer, Gary. He is extremely precise with his pre-shot routine.
Yeah, he takes it seriously. No question about it. Talking to him a little bit on the range, Bob, he was saying he's been on tour so much over the course of the last couple of years, he really hasn't had a chance to work on his game as much as he would like, but he's got a little more time. He's planning on improving.
He's also got a 3-month-old at home, Gary, which I think that would have an impact.
Might affect how much you play. Could relate to that.
I was going to say, you know a lot about that, don't you?
You know, there are certain guys that are in the music and entertainment business, I think, that can go on tour and still play pretty good golf. But if you think about the kind of show that Justin Timberlake puts on, which is sort of going all out for 2 straight hours, it's got to be hard to play golf doing that night after night.
Yeah, he's not just sitting around at an instrument and singing. Well, Timberlake not able to save the par. Bogey means doesn't lose any ground. 12th tee. Justin Timberlake's group has arrived there. Mark Rolfing with this group.
166-yard shot at 12 today. Hole location over on this right-hand side, so that's a very shallow part of the green. Tough to get the right distance here. This one is pulled toward the front left corner.
Mark, I know that there's a lot of fans following this group, obviously, with Justin Timberlake being here for the first time, Jerry Rice. But is it one of those deals where there's been no momentum yet with this group as far as good play?
Oh, yeah.
Century Championship. Justin Timberlake's birdie putt at the 12th. There's been one birdie made at 12 so far today. That from Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, I think the most difficult hole location on the entire green, just over that bunker. And if you play safe to the left, as Timberlake did, it leaves a tough 2-putt.
Mark Rolfing with this Justin Timberlake group.
Yeah, a little dogleg right here, Bob, and this hole location is up in the back left corner, so another tough hole location. This is like Sunday pin placements, Gary.
I would agree, Mark, and this is one of those interesting shots here at Edgewood where now you got to factor in the elevation change. You're playing uphill here. So, you know, how much does that add to the yardage? You got to subtract because you're at 6,200 feet, and now all of a sudden you got a lot of numbers kind of running around in your mind. Another reason why experience here is so important. It kind of becomes a little more instinctual.
And Mark and Gary, the trees kind of frame that green there.
Absolutely. What little breeze there is, you know, that'll have an effect there. The trees surrounding the green.
Well, there's very little chance to get it short of the hole here, Gary. So, and back behind the hole is not really that good. It's a lightning fast putt. So, if you're a 5 or 6 handicapper like Justin, you ought to just go 20 feet right of the flag.
Right there. Sit. Right there. Sit down.
It's got to come down.
Did the wind just stop?
Yeah, see, there you go. There's where you have all those factors, and where experience really comes into play. Short there is so much better than long.
Going on over 17th. Third shot for Justin Timberlake.
Yeah, this is not an easy one here, Bob. You got to land it on the downslope and let it release down to the hole. I tell you what, that was impressive. Very good touch.
So we've seen some nifty touch over the last.
Question out. Scratch.
Well, you got to be proud of that, Jimmy.
Wouldn't you be? To 14.
Third shot of Justin Timberlake.
Got it in a pretty good spot, actually, to chip from here. Got a good pair of hands.
Well, we've seen that 2 holes in a row now, Mark. Not only good touch, but good technique.
Still have to putt that.
You hear what he said? I still have to putt that.
Did you say we still have to putt that?
All right, over to par 3, 12th. While we were away, Justin Timberlake for his par at 14. That's awesome. With all those people there. To 15.
And we'll see if Justin Timberlake can tap in for the par, which he does. Started with a double bogey on the first hole, then a bogey, but then 5 pars. No birdies on the day, but
16.
And the look from behind Justin Timberlake on the par 5, 210 yards to that tree mark.
Jimmy, Justin and I were talking about this shot yesterday. Today he's going to try and hit it left and hit a fade. Just about like that.
Boy, that is perfect. That is a really good-looking golf swing combined with that short game that Gary mentioned over the last few holes. It's pretty impressive for a guy who doesn't get to play much golf.
To 16.
All right, Justin Timberlake now, second shot. I believe Mark Rolfing is there.
I am Jimmy, and Justin using a little strategy as he normally does. decided to lay up, had 275 to the hole, put it on the right-hand side to give himself a good angle.
And you saw there is that bunker that's 65 yards short of the green. We go back over to the 4.
To 16.
Third shot for Justin Timberlake. Mark Rolfing's there.
Laid it up to a nice spot.
In the hole!
Whole location over middle left side. And once again, misses the green.
Yeah, of course.
All right, JT. Let's go, JT.
Justin Timberlake's playing here for the first time. There's 19. He played in the 2014 FedEx St. Jude Classic on the PGA Tour as well. So Isaac Sanchez working with Jerry Rice, and Jerry and I have had an opportunity to work together over the years, and in between every commercial break, that's all he talks about is golf, and how he can kind of get things better. And just like what made him a great football player, he's got that work ethic when it comes to golf.
All right, Mark, now fourth shot for Timberlake. What do you think is left in this?
Well, he's got the putter, Jimmy, and this one is actually going to be a little slower. It looks like it's downhill, but you have to remember two things. One is it's away from the lake, and the other is the mountain is behind the hole. So he's got to go through 3 feet or so of the apron, which is a little sticky. And I would think the danger here would be to leave this one short.
And you know, you talk about all the accolades for Jerry Rice. Well, how about Timberlake? 9 Grammys, 4 Emmys, 7 American Music Awards, 11 MTV Video Music Awards, including a Lifetime Achievement Video Vanguard Award. He's got some hardware on the shelf, too.
Yep.
He's only 34, too.
Can make you feel bad about your own accomplishments, right?
Well, once again, Jimmy showing very good touch. Very impressed with his ability to get the ball to go the right distance around and on the greens.
All right, so he'll make par. We'll go.
Justin Timberlake. Oh, he has gotten into the spirit of the 17th here at the American Century Championship. Offering up a toast. Nice little toast at 17. Well, they're going to have a team toast. I like this. Hey, they're toasting for a hole-in-one. Why not? It's $1 million. $500,000 to the Stowers Institute, and $500,000 to the player. How cool is this scene at 17?
Yeah, it's, again, we talked about it at the top of the show, the Timberlake effect here at the American Century Championship. This is one of the biggest crowds I can ever remember at 17.
Let's take a look at fans lining the par 3 17th, and then look at all the tents on the beach, all the fans and all the boats that have pulled up. Justin Timberlake ready to go.
Got the wind right at his back now, and he was talking earlier about how he hit it right through the wind a couple holes in a row, so needs to be careful here. And this is a little bit of a pull. Not too bad.
I've seen quite a few of those long left, because the other option is at the beach.
Yeah, you want to stay off the beach here, no doubt.
All right, so Timberlake not that close. Tomorrow we're going to show you highlights from the Corbell closest to the pin contest. You'll see Justin Timberlake take on the par 3 17th. You don't want to miss seeing some of the lad out of the bunker. All right, here we go. You got the greatest stepping in.
That was Jerry's version of the Carlton.
You know, leave the dancing to those guys and the quick slant to Jerry Rice.
He was at Dancing with the Stars, guys, right, Bob?
Yes, he was.
Yeah, back in 2006, he was part of that show.
Who was it?
But they're the professional dancers.
True.
Look at that scene.
Justin spinning it pretty good, too.
Now, what are the chances that the ball goes back to the person that threw it to him?
Slim and none.
I got to think that there's got to be a lot of people trying to get that baseball. Let's see.
All right, pretty respectful.
Yeah, they were, very much so.
We've seen him throw a nice spiral. Can he hit the three? He needs another one. That's right. Anybody who shoots hoops knows if you miss one, you got to take another shot. It's a 3-foot ball. I don't know if he called glass, but it's a 3.
Who cares?
Wow. So glad to have Justin Timberlake in his first appearance at the American Century Championship and a party at 17.
Pretty good work for him in one day.
Outstanding work for Eric Gagne. Now Justin Timberlake at 17.
Boy, another really good looking pitch shot here by Timberlake.
Mark, you have got to be impressed with the short game display he has put on this back nine.
Really good, soft hands, no yip in it at all.
Yeah, I mean, proper technique, too. I mean, it's not like these shots are they're lucky getting up there. I mean, they're played well.
You know, all these par saves, they're worth the point. And Jerry Rice for his par was short with his tee shot, the front greenside bunker. Jerry grinding away over at 17.
It's interesting watching Jerry, Gary Koch. He told me back on the 16th tee that he's had more fun playing with these two, really, than he's just about had any other pairing. He loves these guys.
There we go again, looking at the hole as he putts.
I think he's kind of alternating depending on how he feels, which is usually bad.
Bogey for Rice. Seems to be having a lot of fun, though.
I think so, yeah. I mean, how can you not have fun here, Bob?
But to Mark's point, a lot of times we've seen him get really into it and that grind to try to win, and it seems like he's kind of just embracing whatever the result is.
I think one of these court pictures of this supposed iced tea might have something to do with that.
Yeah, we
is that
call
a daddy soda?
Yeah. Back home, Mark, we call that tempo in a can.
All right, this would be another good par here for Timberlake. I don't think there's any break. Just hit it firm.
For Justin Timberlake at 17. He'll head to the par 5 18th. Now Alfonso Ribeiro for his par at 17. Nicely done. And obliging the fans around the green at 17.
The great ones love a stage, don't they?
And they get to do it again tomorrow.
I wonder if he's going to do an encore.
Remember, 18's a par 5, Jimmy. They have a lot of options to dance up the par 5. Speaking of 18, to mention the fun at 17 with Jerry Rice, Justin Timberlake, Alfonso Ribeiro. That's what the American Century Championship is all about.
You and I gotta go like this.
Back at the American Century Championship, a look at the tee at 18. Justin Timberlake, first to play. Alfonso Ribeiro and Jerry Rice, 23 points for Justin.
And this one is up the right-hand side, actually holding this line fairly well, maybe all right.
Perfect. Makes it a 3-shot hole. Hey, listen. With the pitcher down
Going to be down there where he's probably going to have to just lay up.
Say 3-shot hole. All right, Alfonso Ribeiro.
Gary, I've been telling Alfonso his attack is a little too steep with the club head down at the ball. I'd love to see him move away from it just a little.
Not that easy to do.
All right, Mark, we heard Justin after his tee shot say 3-shot hole. That's one of the nice things about his game. He doesn't try to overpower things, does he?
Yeah, he's a very good planner of golf shots. Plays a pretty conservative game, plays to his strengths, and that's why he scored so well this week.
Yeah, because sometimes ego gets in the way, right? All these fans, and you're like, I can get home in 2.
Well, he only had 204 yards there. Now, he would have had to hit a big slice around some trees and bring the water in play, but how about the galleries? How about the people?
It is fantastic. The scene following Timberlake, Alfonso Ribeiro, and Jerry Rice, pretty awesome. We'll see some more dancing, I'm sure, at 18.
So that'll be a birdie for him. We go to 18.
Third shot for Justin Timberlake at 18.
There's one thing I would caution Justin on. You see how he's lined up to the right? A lot of times that's kind of his tendency. I think he gets aimed a little farther right than he needs to be. And I think that causes some issues sometimes in his swing.
Skirts past Timberlake's ball. On the first tee, when they announced Justin Timberlake, they announced that he was the president of the Jerry Rice fan club, which won a lot of support with the fans here.
Imagine.
So look at the crowds here at the American Century Championship that have been following this group: Justin Timberlake, Alfonso Ribeiro, and Jerry Rice. Pretty awesome stuff. You cannot get a better backdrop than Lake Tahoe, and what a great treat it's been to have Justin Timberlake here for the first time.
Yeah, he has created a new energy here in this event, Bob. No question about that. You can feel it from the fans. You can feel it from the other players. The other competitors are just so glad to see him here this week. I've talked to numerous guys on the range saying, you know, how about Justin Timberlake being here? And how about the crowds? And, you know, they're all entertainers, whether they're sports people or whether they are from the entertainment industry, and they like performing in front of people. And the more people they perform in front of, they like that.
And he cuts through a complete cross-section of society. You know, all the great athletes, as great athletes as they are, there's a lot of people that just aren't sports fans or not fans of the team, but the music is international. It's worldwide. As Jimmy Roberts said, he truly is a rock star.
I'll tell you another thing about this crowd, Gary and Bob, is as big as it has been quite civil. I would say for a crowd this size on a beautiful Saturday afternoon in Lake Tahoe, it's been very well behaved.
Hey, you guys have all been coming here for years. I'm looking at these pictures and wondering, have you ever seen, literally, a bigger crowd?
I haven't, Jimmy, no, and I've been coming here, I think, probably pretty much the last 16 or 17 years.
Mark?
No, I don't remember, Jimmy. There were days with Michael Jordan when the crowd was maybe as big on the one hole, but overall, this is the best I've seen.
Be interesting to see when the attendance figures come out. The highest recorded, at least over the last decade, was 2012 when they had just over 40,400. But it has been huge, and what we saw on Friday was really telling how many people were out here to see Justin Timberlake in the entire field. Justin Timberlake for his birdie at 18.
Gary, I hope all the middle and higher handicappers out there have been watching the last couple hours of Justin, because he really plays to his strengths the way the average golfer should play.
The most impressive thing to me, Mark, has been his willingness to not try to do anything that he knows he can't do. I mean, you say play to your strengths. Well, you have to understand what your strengths are and what your weaknesses are. Too many times the average player to me tries to hit shots that they really have no business trying, and that's when their score ends up being higher than what it possibly could be.
Yet. You and I spoke with Justin when he was on the range this morning, talking about that scene at 17 yesterday, and today it was even more raucous.
Yeah, it really was. And he told us, hey, I enjoyed it. I thought it was great. Just great to be a part of.
Good par by Justin Timberlake. He got 24 points. 9 today, so he, Jerry Rice, Alfonso Ribeiro done. And Justin Timberlake's going to join us in our tower here at 18 once he signs his scorecard. We got one hole back to 17. Eric Gagne. Usually all in good fun. Everybody's trying to have a good time. And Justin Timberlake has made it a good time here at the American Century Championship. Your first appearance, is it everything that you thought it would be?
And more. We are having a blast.
What made you decide to finally participate? I know that, you touring, concert, work, that's your job. But what made you decide to finally take part in it?
I'm unemployed. My great friend John Miller from NBC, we've talked for it might be 10 years now about me trying to get up here and be a part of the tournament, and finally it worked out.
What about your golf game? You pleased with how you've played? You think you can play better?
Yesterday was okay. Today was a rough day for me.
I will say, though, I've been very impressed with some of your short game shots around the green.
Thanks.
Good technique, wonderful touch.
I had an opportunity to chip a lot today, so one of them has to be good, right?
Who schooled you in course management? Because a lot of times ego takes over, and guys say, I can get home in 2 on a par 5, or I'm going to hit this cut shot out of the rough with a 3-iron from 204. You don't play that way. Where did you learn the patience and sort of plotting your way around the golf course?
I don't know. I mean, I just think, if I'm swinging well, I can hit the ball pretty far. But, when you're not, you have to dance with the girl that you brought to the prom.
We saw some good dancing. We saw some very good dancing on that 17th tee.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of fun with Alfonso.
Listen, Alfonso's a great friend of mine. We play together a lot at our course in L.A. I mean, that was a Carlton that turned into, I don't know what, Jerry, I don't know what that was. That was like a fraternity stomp thing he was doing or something. It was good, though. I liked it.
Now, how about the fact that you're draining the 3? You're doing it all out there.
The
right?
hoop shot?
Oh, yeah. Oh, you saw that?
Yeah, we saw that. Right here, look. You're dancing.
Well, that was my first sport.
Did you call glass, though?
I called glass.
Okay.
After I threw it up.
So what are you looking forward to tomorrow as far as getting out there and doing this all over again?
Well, today was interesting. I don't know if you guys talked about it, but today was very interesting because, before, the early rounds, they probably had it rougher than we did because the weather was a little spotty.
Right.
And so it was hard to warm up. It was really cold. No one told me Lake Tahoe could be this cold.
Well, it can be.
So I think our group at least got off to a pretty slow start, and so hopefully we can get off to a better start tomorrow.
And now that you have the year under your belt, you feel like next year you can score better once you've kind of gotten the idea of all this.
What's funny is Alfonso told me, he goes, your first year, just go have fun. I said, hey man, Justin Good Time Timberlake, that's my name. So.
Well, you're bringing a good time. We appreciate you.
Thank you. Yeah,
thank you very much for being here.
Pleasure's mine. Pleasure's mine.
Brought a lot of energy as Justin Timberlake in his first appearance at the American Century Championship on NBC Golf Crew. Bob Papa saying Charles Barkley and Larry the Cable Guy. Now Justin Timberlake for a point and his par at the 9th.
Just a little tentative.
Championship. So is Justin Timberlake. A whole different buzz with Timberlake here for the first time.
Yeah, there's no question about that, Bob. He has brought an energy to this event, not only to the spectators, but his fellow competitors. All the players I've talked to on the range talking about, isn't it great that Justin's here? And isn't it great that the fans are coming out in droves, some of the biggest crowds that they've ever seen here at the American Century Championship. So certainly a big plus to have Justin Timberlake here.
All right, now Jerry Rice has his birdie putt. Charlie Rymer with this group.
Well, this just a little down the hill, should peel to his left. I've been walking with Jerry these last few holes, and I'm going to tell you what, there is no stress in anything that he does. Missing that won't even upset him. He is so laid back. A lot of fun just to come and hang out with him.
Playing with Alfonso Ribeiro and Justin Timberlake. So they've had a little fun the last couple days.
Now Alfonso, this for bogey. He drove it poorly off of this tee, struggling a little bit with his game today. But three good friends out here enjoying this beautiful place and enjoying each other's company.
So a good putt there to avoid dropping points.
But you know he wants to do better than just not dropping points.
Oh, I guarantee you he does. He's been around this place many, many times and has played well here in the past. And Charlie, I think Alfonso and Justin play quite a bit of golf together at Lakeside Country Club. And I'm sure
do.
Alfonso's not real happy about Justin drilling him the way he has these 3 days.
No, he's not happy about that. In fact, Alfonso told me that he helped Justin get in the club way back in the day, started him out as a junior member, and of course now they enjoy playing a lot together. But my first time watching Justin Timberlake play, Gary, he is a very thoughtful golfer. He loves this game. It's very evident.
He'll be inducted in August as we take you out to the 11th. Justin Timberlake on the tee.
All right, Justin with that smooth tempo. I'm not sure he's got the firepower to get it all the way to the green, but he can do that very well. He can drive the ball very straight. Got a lot of game, really does. And I think the more he has a chance to play and practice, the better he's going to get. We'll putt from there.
As we take a look at the 11th, Justin Timberlake has a par putt. Charlie?
Well, Bobby hit a really good tee shot and then just sort of made a mess of it from there. But just trying to somehow salvage a par, make sure he doesn't make double bogey. And I'm not real sure this is a putt he can get real aggressive with. It's got a pretty big swing in it from right to left. Gary, he was playing really solid on the front nine and made a double bogey at 8, and it sort of derailed him a little bit. And I think he's just trying to find something positive to spark him on for the rest of the day at this point.
Yeah, that's interesting. You know, a lot of these guys, this is their 4th consecutive day of playing walking. You know, a lot of guys don't do that at home. I mean, they may play 4 straight days, but they certainly don't walk. And, you know, that's a lot of golf.
Plus the concentration.
Absolutely.
All right, now the bogey putt for Justin Timberlake at 11. And Charlie, just as you caution, not being too aggressive with that putt.
Well, and this is one I think is real important, you know, for his psyche for the rest of this day. You don't want to make a double bogey, especially after hitting a really good tee shot.
That was a confident stroke.
So nothing lost for Justin Timberlake.
Right over the top of the flagstick.
Or is maybe the guy he's playing with, Joe Thosman.
Could be to 12.
Justin Timberlake on the tee at 12.
Sit. Wow, got all of that. All right.
Just going to creep through the back edge of the green. That's the one thing Justin seems to maybe have had a little trouble with this week, is controlling the distance with his irons. I'm not sure he's used to playing at this altitude.
Back at the American Century Championship. Look at Justin Timberlake playing his 2nd shot at the 12th.
And Bob, this is a tough one. He's going back up against the mountain. It's going to peel really hard from left to right. Real easy to leave this short. Let's see it just sort of hop. Thought about trying to pitch it out of there. Went with a putter, and when they hop, they don't get to the hole.
Justin Timberlake trying to save his par at the 12th. And Charlie, a little speedy, huh?
Yeah, it's a little speedy. The mountain is still to his left, and it's first part of it might even be a little uphill, and then it really peels sharply to the right. And it's one of those putts, Gary, you know, it's hard to release that putter. Really easy to miss this low and just not get it up above the hole.
Yeah, anytime ball is moving to the right. I think, Charlie, part of the problem is, you know, as you stand beside the ball, if you focus too much on the hole, it almost forces you to have the putter go to the right.
Yeah, you got to look at the top of that hole on putts like this.
Yeah, good call there. Just on the low side.
So back-to-back bogeys for Justin Timberlake. Again, you don't lose any ground with bogeys in the modified Stableford scoring system. 0 points gained.
Anything else when you're playing golf, so I wouldn't disagree with that assessment.
14 now.
Justin Timberlake getting set for his second shot. Charlie, what's he have left?
Well, he hit an outstanding drive. This from 111. He's been driving it beautifully, but really struggling with these wedges, and this is another miss hit there. Not happy with his wedge game today.
Yeah, he's hitting a lot of pulls, it seems like. Charlie's aimed right.
I may or may not have done that on purpose.
He's also thrown a few pushes in there too, Gary.
Yeah. Throws his arms across his body a little too quickly.
Points behind Mark Mulder. Third shot for Justin Timberlake at 14.
Yeah, there we go. There's that soft touch that we've seen so much of this week. Wonderful technique. Holds the club face open as he goes through the ball, gets the ball to land softly on the green.
5. Justin Timberlake signing himself. Why not?
Brad.
Cardboard cutout. We like the real thing here at the American Century Championship.
There you go, buddy. Thank you so much.
Friday, after the completion of the first round, some of the celebrities gathered at the 17th tee to take aim at the scenic par 3. Each competitor had 2 shots, and the shot closest to the hole would count as their official distance.
Willer's played in 8 celebrity tournaments this year. This is the first time as a celebrity.
Willie Robertson of Duck Dynasty fame looked to make an early splash despite taking some friendly heat from Larry the Cable Guy.
And Bob, he did just that. Utilized the slope in the green perfectly. Got the ball to work in toward the hole. Right at hole high.
That one's almost on the green.
An official distance of 12 feet, 1 inch for Willie Robertson. Next up, defending Corbell closest to the pin champion, Mark Rypien. 2-time Super Bowl champion quarterback for the Washington Redskins. And he barely held the green in his first attempt.
Yeah, Rypien a fixture here, having won the championship twice. The ball just sailed on him downwind.
After recording a best 33 feet 8 inches, Rypien was officially stripped of his crown. Then after missing badly on his first attempt, Shane Battier got some friendly advice.
Look, they got a whole bucket of them. Why don't you just take bad luck, man? It's not, well, after what you hit, you don't worry about bad luck. That was a bad shot. Come on now.
Anyone else want to help me out here?
Aim right at the flag.
Battier, a tall player, not unusual to see them struggle with the position of the club at the backswing. That one a little off and comes up well short.
The Natalie attire David Wells.
So next up, the main draw of this year's American Century Championship, Justin Timberlake.
I saw those shoes on the wall at Chili's.
Justin wasn't immune to a little criticism of his own. Larry the Cable Guy.
You know, Justin, a very nice setup and a great balance and rhythm in his swing, so no surprise to see an acceptable result.
You guys have the shirt that we had to look at it long enough and then you find shit.
Next up, Golf Channel studio host Lisa Cornwell.
Yeah. There you go. Very controlled swing. Lisa's a player. She's won the women's amateur in Arkansas several times.
And she nearly knocked off Willie Robertson. Had to take out the tape measure. 13 feet 9 inches, just over a foot longer than Robertson. Cornwell wouldn't win, but got a conciliatory hug from Corbell mascot Wild Bear. Willie Robertson remained the leader with only Wounded Warrior Chad Pfeiffer standing in his way. And after missing on his first attempt, he got a little help from the crowd.
Well, Chad continuing to try to make a career playing professional golf. Just played on the Web.com tour in Boise, Idaho last week.
Gave it a really good effort, but ended up 19 feet 4 inches from the hole. To 16.
And listen in on Justin Timberlake as he prepares for his third shot. I guess he's ready to go. Charlie, what's he got?
Well, Jimmy, he's got 135 yards, and he's really been struggling with the wedges. And I just think he's overthinking his wedge game. You can see him backing away right there. I think there's just a lot going on in his head. He doesn't grind it quite that much when he's got the driver, which he's hitting beautifully today.
There's like a little more wind that way. It's there. Yeah. It's like aiming a little more left. The other tree, bigger tree. Yeah, split them. Yep.
Par on 15 for Timberlake, but prior to that, 4 straight bogeys. He's got a couple of doubles on the card today to go along with 2 birdies as well.
This one's a little bit better than what he's been doing with the wedges. Still misses the green.
To 16.
And Justin Timberlake, last we saw, he took his 3rd shot from just off the green. And Gary had talked about how nicely he had been working from those areas. A little bit long and some work to do left here.
Yeah, he couldn't have been too pleased with the chip that he hit here. Charlie, it wasn't that difficult a shot, I don't believe.
No, it wasn't. He had a good line. It was sort of one of those shots. Do you put the putter on it or do you chip it? He chose to chip it. Now trying to grind out the par. And once again, an unforced error from a pretty good position.
So the bogey for Timberlake. We go up to 18. He got away with it. He got away with it. Didn't like it right from the start, but likes it a lot at the finish.
If a golfer makes a hole-in-one here at 17, he or she will receive $1 million, $500,000 to the golfer, $500,000 to the Stowers Institute. They'll also win a BMW i8 Hybrid donated by Harman International. And just a moment ago, Justin Timberlake getting that party atmosphere over at 17. New record attendance this year at the American Century Championship, over 40,901, beating out the 2012 record, and that doesn't count all the people on the beach.
There have been plenty of those as we watch Romero's tee shot. Oh, nice hop. There you go.
Nice. That's worth it, Carlton.
I think he would have taken that shot in yesterday's contest.
Well done. And you know that little battle he's got going with Timberlake.
Oh, yeah. You better believe that there's some pride on the line there.
Steve Sands with the guys down at 17.
Bob, the only question is, Justin, how intimidating is it to be in front of guys who have won Dancing with the Stars when you're out here performing?
No, I'm the only one. I feel like I keep coming up short.
Right. You're left out of the crowd.
I know.
I think he's
you know
a little
what?
choked up.
I appreciate you bringing that up, Steve. I was having a good day.
Listen, I mean, you can dance a little something.
Yeah, we know that.
You have put some steps on the board before.
Listen, we're on NBC. How often do you get reminded of the Beyonce, All the Single Ladies act on Saturday Night Live that you busted out years ago?
Once every 10 days, I would say. Once every 10
All the
days.
single ladies.
Yeah.
All the single
They
ladies.
did
us some?
They did it. It doesn't work without the leotard.
Oh, come on. We almost had him, Alfonso.
Clarify
Yes,
something.
Jerry.
I came in second to Drew Lachey.
Oh, you didn't win it?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay. No, you're off the hook.
Somewhere. I'm going to kick his butt.
I am so sorry. I thought you won it, Jerry.
You heard it here first.
I apologize.
I'm coming after you.
You guys want to go hit your shots?
You're done.
Hey, last thing for all of you guys. How great has the week been for all of you guys?
Oh, this has been a blast. It's been such a pleasure. It's always great being up here. American Century has been awesome. NBC Sports is the best. It's a pleasure every year to be up here. And the fans, awesome.
Justin, first time. How would you describe the experience?
Never seen anything like it. It's a really special event. You know, Al's been talking it up for years. So to be here, you know, the fans, I mean, look around, the lake and the mountains and also too, I think it's fun for us to get together, you know, and hang out a little bit, you know. I mean, the best parts for me have been all the parts that you can't see. All the locker room talk.
That's the way it usually is in sports.
I'm going to leave it at that.
Jerry, I tried to give you another win as if you didn't have as enough wins in your career. What about this week? What was it like for you?
Just unbelievable. You know, the hospitality, you know, coming here to play every year. And I've been here for about 19 years. And to get paired with these two for 2 days, man, I mean, it's something I'll never forget.
Good for you. Thanks for the time, fellas.
Awesome.
Thank you.
All right.
Jerry has finished in the shots by his playing competitors.
I'm bringing sexy back.
Jerry is having a very good time.
This is as loose as I've seen Jerry Rice in this competition. He mentioned that this is his 19th appearance. I've never seen him have quite this much fun.
Gary, he's been like that all day long. He is as loose as a goose and just having a blast out here. Now, Justin will go through his pre-shot routine. He's very precise with his golf.
Yeah.
Do it for Jessica!
No, it's just that's too much pressure. That's too much pressure.
Do it for silence!
It's easy if there's just the constant noise like Rice had, as opposed to everybody getting quiet and then trying to play.
It's way too much pressure.
I would rather have constant noise. Then it's kind of a din in your ear, and you don't really hear anything.
Well, Gary, I got a chance to talk to him about that earlier, and he experiences a different environment than the PGA Tour players experience, because it definitely doesn't get quiet for him when he plays.
You can't hear the single solitary sound. It's just all noise.
And arguably the best shot we've seen him hit all day. He just needs all those people to follow him around on every hole.
There you go. Hey, you just need the crowd noise.
Yeah. I need noise. I can't hear when it's quiet.
Great shots by Justin Timberlake, Alfonso Ribeiro, and Jerry Rice over at 17. And we go back to the 15th. Josh Scobie chasing. Plus, at 17, the party rages on with Timberlake, Ribeiro, and Rice. All stars having fun over at 17. And why not? Look at this. Timberlake to Rice, incomplete. Not exactly Montana or Young to Rice. And Jerry said, I'm running one route, and that is it. Get me to my birdie putt. I'm retired. Never worried really about pace of play at the American Century Championship because things get a little slowed down at 17. 2 days in a row, Justin Timberlake draining a 3 to 15.
He knew it.
The final threesome, all three will have no problem if they hit good tee shots.
All right, over at 17, Justin Timberlake with Timberlake music playing all around 17, getting ready to play. On the green at 17 and a birdie putt for Justin.
Well, I can tell you, gentlemen, I'm the only person either in this group or walking with this group that didn't dance all the way down to the green.
We can be thankful for that.
Save that, Charlie. Save it.
Justin was actually dancing when he was first reading this putt. He's trying to focus on it, though, which is tough.
Alfonso's out there dancing.
Oh, he had the line. He just lacked some speed.
We're going to get back to some of that fun at 17.
Over at 17 again.
Jerry Rice missed his birdie putt. Alfonso Ribeiro for 3 points and a birdie.
I think he wanted that one too bad.
You know, that rivalry that he's got with Justin Timberlake, and they might have a little side game.
Yeah, to their surprise, they play together all the time.
Back over at 17.
Par putt for Jerry Rice at 17. Double, subtract 2. Jerry doesn't care.
Not at this point.
That's a bad ball. It's not his fault.
And Justin Timberlake for his par.
Hey, Gary, this really impressed me with Justin. With all this going on up here, he went down to the front of the green and made sure he found his ball mark and repaired it. I couldn't believe that he would go do that.
Well,
really impressive.
Yep, you have said it. We've all said it all week long. He is really into the game in every aspect of it.
Good par for Justin Timberlake. Well, he needs a little refreshment after that. It's his first time here at the American Century Championship, and Justin Timberlake has taken it all in and been a lot of fun. He's a little off the pace, but he's the top drawer this year here at the 26th play of the American Century Championship. Points by Billy Joe Tolliver in 2010. Justin Timberlake playing his 3rd at the closing hole, par 5 18th.
And another wedge shot that would be very average, I think, by his standards. So there's an area of his game he can work on when he gets the chance.
He has entertained them throughout the course of the week. Justin Timberlake, the American Century Championship, his birdie putt at 18 in his first appearance here in Lake Tahoe.
And the line's good, but that is not going to be hard enough. Feels like it's downhill, but it's not really, Justin. Back up toward the mountain.
For his birdie.
Good stroke. Nice way to finish up.
Better day for Alfonso Ribeiro. Justin Timberlake missed his par putt, so this putt for bogey. Misses that. Forget it. In his first appearance at the American Century Championship, Justin Timberlake, Alfonso Ribeiro, and Jerry Rice thrilling the crowds. Tonight, starting at 7, 6 Central, it's Hollywood Game Night, followed by back-to-back all-new episodes of Welcome to Sweden. Then at 9, 8 Central, it's American Ninja Warrior. So for our entire Golf Channel on NBC.